Okay, this is Jolie here for Fight Hub TV, joined by Jarrell Miller. I mean, as far as interviews go, as far as settings go, this is probably one of the best I've done before. Look around, it's pretty special.
I wish my lady was here. I could shag her right on the water. You know what I mean? Hey, freaky time. You know what I mean?
It's amazing. We're here obviously for the IBA event. Just a quick shout out to IBA. What they've brought us out here for is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've heard about it a few times. I wasn't too sure about it, but from what I've seen so far, they've been amazing hosts. I can't wait for the fights tomorrow, and more power to IBA, man. Any league that or company or organization that want to help put on exciting fights and help fighters achieve their goals, I'm all for it.
100%, I completely agree with that. Just on current topics before we get onto yourself, there's a lot I want to talk to you about. In a short space of time, Deontay Wilder returned. Obviously, in the heavyweight division, it's always exciting to get your thoughts and feelings on that. Did you watch? What did you think of his comeback win?
I'm gonna do something a little different right now. Come here one second. Come here. You seen Deontay Wilder's fight over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
How'd you feel about it?
No comment. I'm an impartial man. I can't lie to you.
He's an impartial man. The thing is
You
about
tell me.
See, the problem with me is I'm very brutally fucking honest.
Let's go.
Deontay looked like a bag of wet dog shit.
Say that again.
Deontay looks like a bag of wet dog shit. Unfortunately, he did not look like his normal self. I don't know. What do you guys think out there in the public? All I know is if he fights me, I'm gonna put him in a body bag, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
What was it that you saw exactly on the weekend that made you think body bag?
Okay, so let's think about it for a sec. I'm gonna take off my big baby hat for a second and put on my boxing analyst reputation. Okay, so Deontay Wilder's last name is called Wilder, the Wild Man, the guy that was the Bronze Bomber, but Wilder. Wilder's the last name, right? Wilder. I call him the Wild Man, right? 17 amateur fights, was a bronze medalist. You can't teach that shit. Wilder is wild, and he wins fight. He's unpredictable. He's hard to read. So why change that? That's what got him to a championship level and kept him champion for a long time. I don't care what anybody says about AJ brought the division back. AJ did not bring the heavyweight division back. Deontay did. So I'll give him his props for that. But at the same time he's not the same person right now.
I'm hoping we're in shot here.
We're in shot. We're in shot.
Just about. I don't know.
If you see me and you see the top of his head, don't worry about it. It's my bad.
All right, we'll carry on from behind here. If that gets put in now, no, of course it will. It will. That's important stuff to see because he's one of the biggest names in the heavyweight division, and so are you. Another person I want to talk to you about is Fabio Wardley.
Correct.
Gutted we could not see that fight,
100%.
but in terms of Fabio Wardley, it couldn't have gone better for him, and maybe it couldn't have gone better in order for him to build up a fight with you potentially in the future. Is that still on the table?
I think it's definitely on the table. I gotta say something. I didn't need Wardley at that time. Wardley actually needed me. You know what I mean? Like I said, tickets were flying off the shelf after that press conference. The minute I got pulled out or had my situation, ticket sales slowed down a lot. You know what I mean? So let's fucking be honest. Nobody knows who Wardley is outside of Ipswich. But he has a belt. I would gladly fuck him up for the belt. It has to make sense, and of course, it has to be some leniency on both sides. That team can't get everything they want. That side can't get everything they want. It has to be give and take. And I'm all for it. 100%.
I saw you in Riyadh. I didn't get a chance to catch you. It was like an in and out in the day, and we tried to get you after the press conference. Anyway, what do you make of the Canelo Crawford fight?
I think it's a great fight. I think it's like Turkey said, it's one of the biggest fights in the last 10 years. I'm surprised of how big Crawford is right now. Surprised. I said, I got love for both fighters. I've been around Crawford a lot more than Canelo, so I'm pushing for Crawford more. And I thought that Canelo would have been too big for Crawford. But then studying Crawford for so long over the years, come from a wrestling background. That's why he's never missed weight. He knows how to cut weight, knows how to put weight on. It's going to be a tough fight. It's not going to be an easy fight for Canelo. And I'm thinking Crawford's going to pull it off.
That's interesting. How do you think their last fights play into this? Obviously, Skull versus Canelo. A lot of people say he didn't allow Canelo to do his best work. And then in the Madrimov fight, people say Crawford looked too big. Or are they both past their primes? Where do you kind of sit in this conversation?
Past their primes. I think they're both at their prime to fight each other. But you got to think about that. Anybody who's a great boxer gives Canelo a problem. Usually Canelo can walk guys down 9, 10, 11 rounds. He knocks them out. School didn't do that. So it actually shows a chink in Canelo's armor. Why would I stand there for you to hit on me? If School would have threw maybe 10 more jabs each round, he would have won that fight. But he doesn't throw any jabs. The jab could have won him that fight easy. But like I said before, they're not going to mess the bag up for Canelo and Crawford, so they got to get a fight to Canelo regardless. Crawford is a guy, once he gets hit, he wants to bang. He don't give a shit about you hitting him. He's going to want to bang. So that's the fun thing about this fight. It ain't going to be Tom and Jerry 12 rounds. It's going to be some movement. It's going to be some running around, but they're going to bang at the end of the day.
What about Usyk Dubois? How do you see that one playing out?
Like I said before, I'm not 100% too sure. I'm pulling for Dubois a little bit more.
Why?
Because I fought Dubois. He got lucky in my fight. Just be honest, like I said, everybody always tell me, "Damn, man, you could have been in that position." Like I said, it's boxing. I took a chance last minute. It didn't come out my outcome, so I'm pushing for Dubois because I get my rematch. Because nobody want to see Usyk as other heavyweights. Nobody wants to see Usyk retired undefeated and run to the sunset. Now you take an L, then I go fuck Dubois up, and then I get that status. You know what I'm trying to say? So the best man gonna win, but I'm pushing for Dubois.
Okay, it's interesting and exciting for you. If not Wardley next, what do you have your eye on?
I mean, listen, AJ's punk ass turned the fight down 4 times in the last month. Turkey and his team, has been reaching out to him, and they don't want that fight. Spencer Brown, Harrison, Ish, these people that's really tight with Riyadh season and ringside, trying to make big and best fights out there. The fans really want hands off to them, and AJ just doesn't want that kind of massacre in his mind. So he wants an easier fight. He wants to tune up, which is respectable. I think it's better off him being a warrior. And the man said, "You know what? I got my ass whooping in the Dubois fight. I want to get back on the winning side. Let me go find a tune up. Let me get the rust off." I respect if AJ would do that, but don't try to take. I'm gonna say I'm gonna fight at Jared Anderson, and Jared Anderson's any kind of real threat. That's a fucking tune up. That's what it is. You're trying to sell it as that. But AJ's a great. Eddie Hearn's a great promoter. Eddie can sell dog shit in a box and sell it to the media, and people won't eat it up. What
have you seen that was dog shit in a box?
No. What I'm trying to say is, it don't matter. Eddie's just a great promoter. He can put dog shit in a box, and the UK fans are gonna eat it up. You do it all the time. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not throwing shade at Eddie or the fans. I'm just saying that he's great at what he does. You know what I'm trying to say? But like I said, that's not a fight that anybody else probably really would. I'm not gonna lie. We definitely would watch it, but don't try to sell it to the fans as more than what it is, and a tune-up. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
Been wanting to ask either you or Anthony Joshua for years now. One of the biggest fights in British boxing, if this would to ever happen, or obviously it was very close to happening. You had a gloves are off that you hear about in boxing folklore.
yeah, for a long time.
What happened?
I roasted him. I punked him. We rapped, we battled. I beat his ass. I really just punked him. I really punked him, and from before that, you understand something. I'm very good at reading people. You put me in a room, I can tell who's a bullshitter and who's not. Majority of the time. Girls are the only ones that probably get over me because they got titties in your face and shit. It's hard to read them, right? But like I'm saying, with AJ's, I knew he was a soft in the ass kind of fella, so I know how to punk and push his button. And I did it on interview. So, they don't want to release it yet, but I'm telling you, it will be a barn burner.
What does that mean? Like, you had a rap battle? Did you throw out, like, what actually happened?
I was just talking shit, you know what I mean? People try to go word for word for me. They're never gonna win. I'm quicker, more witty than you are. You know what I mean? And it's just when I put his ass in a sling, put it like that, man. Make the fight happen, Eddie. But Eddie don't want to catch his boy out yet. I get it. I love you too, Eddie. All that shit over the years, I still love you. But at some point, just retire his ass. Because I'm going to keep coming for him. And you guys are going to look soft as shit to the UK media and fans if I don't put hands on that boy. Pussy!
Mic drop.